Digging through stories you wouldn't believe. Cold case trails and courtroom scenes. Whispers from the grave and media dreams. Truth is stranger, hearts beat faster. In the shadows of a news disaster. Scrolling deep where secrets hide. You found the stories time won't deny. Headstones and headlines, the tales collide. Justice and mystery, side by side. From backwoods clubs to breaking news lines, you shine a light where the silence lies. Oh, headstones and headlines, you dig where the truth won't die. Small town rumors and urban fear, a voice for the lost who can't speak here. Through every name, through every case, you hold the truth in a steady place. Cameras roll but justice lingers. Truth unravels through careful fingers. You tell the story, speak their names in a world that's quick to look away. Headstones and headlines, the tales collide. Justice and mystery, side by side. From backwoods crimes to great night trials, you trace the echoes through every mile. Oh, headstones and headlines, you dig where the truth won't die. Some run from the dark, you walk right in with a question and a camera lens. It's not just a crime, it's the lives they led. The voice is still talking from the books unread. Headstones and headlines, the veil is thin. Truth gets louder when you begin. With every view, with every line, you bring the forgotten back to life. Oh, headstones and headlines, you dig where the truth won't die. Yeah, headstones and headlines, you tell the stories that time can't hide.
Hey everyone, good to see some of you again. Thanks for being here. This live is going to be a little bit different than what I normally do with true crime cases, although it does involve true crime. I just couldn't believe what I was seeing yesterday. And interestingly enough, yesterday someone let me know, one of my subscribers let me know about this creator who had a live stream claiming that Rebecca Haro, who is the mom of Emmanuel Haro, the 7-month-old who is now presumed dead, was on the news in 2009 about a fake baby. And so I'm like, hold on. So of course I went and Googled, and I found a few things that we'll get to as we go through. I am going to show some of this creator's live stream. The name of the channel is Fugitive TV, very small channel. And I just, this is what really irritates me, is that once I watched his entire live, at the end, he said, I'm going to go do some more research on this to see if this is actually the same person. So, in other words, you deliberately spread information that wasn't true. That is where disinformation comes in. So we'll talk a little bit about the difference between misinformation and disinformation, And then we're going to take a look at some of this man's live stream, just a few clips, and then we'll kind of look at our own research and how he should have known it wasn't the same person during his live stream, or even before his live stream with the articles he was reading. So I don't know why it annoys me so much, but it does. It does. So thanks for being here. I did see Nanny was number 1. Cuddle, Thunder, thanks for being here. Sunnyside, Ocean Tide. Lunatic says, seems my new schedule allows just enough time to get home. Serendipity. Well, I'm glad you could make it. Yeah, I did see there was another press conference. I actually watched it. It was so sad. About the shooting in Minnesota. I will do updates on that tomorrow. Because there's a lot of information coming out that I think is important. But I wanted to talk about this today. So we're first going to start with what is misinformation and disinformation? Because as I said on the thumbnail, a little bit of research goes a long way. So this is from the American Psychological Association. Misinformation and disinformation. Misinformation is false or inaccurate information. In other words, getting the facts wrong. Disinformation is false information which is deliberately intended to mislead. In other words, intentionally misstating the facts. The spread of misinformation and disinformation has affected our ability to improve public health, address climate change, maintain a stable democracy, and more. By providing valuable insight into how and why we are likely to believe misinformation and disinformation, psychological science can inform how we protect ourselves against its ill effects. I'm not going to get into the psychology of it, but what this man did was 100% disinformation. And I'm going to talk about why as we go through. Hey, Judith, thanks for being here. Lunatic says, is there a certain creator's picture alongside that definition? Yes, there is, and we're going to take a look at it. Yes, there is. And another thing I found interesting about this creator is that I commented on his live stream. I commented and said, it's not the same person. If you had done a little more research, this is what you would have found. And it was an article with a photo of the woman from 2009 who faked having a baby. My comment isn't on his comment section. So he didn't approve it, or he deleted it. I think it's the former. I think he just didn't approve my comment. Which, why wouldn't you? I don't get it. Hey, Evil Queen, thanks for being here. All right, well, have fun in the Lurkers Lounge. Hopefully you have some good snacks. Okay, so let me add. So again, this creator, I do have him tagged in the description of this video, and I will also drop the link to this video if anyone would like to go and, as I say, do your own research. Because that's one thing I find that a lot of people do not do is their own research. All right, so there is paste. There is the link. And again, it is Fugitive TV. And one thing I found interesting is that, like I said, he's a very small channel. And he's had quite a few videos, but nothing that got as many views as it did. So if we look at, well, we'll look at the, actually, let me see, duplicate. I think it'll be easier to do it this way. No, pause. Not yet. And this looks like it was his only live stream, unless he's, a lot of creators do live streams and then delete them. But he has done quite a few videos on Emmanuel Haro and his family. He's also covered Giovanni Pelletier, which I found interesting. I was actually gonna watch some of those to see how he went about that. But his videos on the Haros, the most he's gotten was 5.2K views, which is, oh no, wait, that was Giovanni, my bad. 4.2 thousand views. The lowest was 245. So his first video on the Haros was 245 views. It then went to 3.1K views. But again, that title was Baby Clothes Found in Dumpster. And then he also had a video, 4.2K views, was talking about Jake Haro's brother who passed away in Jake's house, which that is true. That was seen on the records that we have. This live stream, because it was titled Rebecca Haro was on the news, and I'll show it to you. Rebecca Haro was on the news in 2009 for a fake baby. Stated as fact. Right? So this is where disinformation comes in. It's my opinion that this creator knew exactly what he was doing, and he knew this wasn't the same Rebecca. Hey, Pookie, thanks for being here. Evil Queen, I think I said hi to you, but if not, hi again. So we're going to take a look at this. And then we're going to take a look at, there is one comment that I want to look at, because it just shows how people will believe what they are told without doing an inkling of research. Okay, so I did drop the link to this video in chat if you want to watch the whole thing. We're only going to watch about like 12 minutes of it, give or take. But I do also have the articles up that he is going to read, so that way we'll read them together instead of having him read it to us. Okay, so we're going to get started. Closed captioning, perfect. Okay.
Let's get into the meat and potatoes. Hold on. So I told you I was doing, this is how I got into all this. For all you guys that are new watching.
Oh, let me slow the speed down a little bit. I was watching sped up.
This is how I got into all this, right? I'm digging, I'm doing my research like I usually do. I'm using Google, I'm using TikTok, I'm using Instagram, I'm using all these sources. And what I was doing, and probably what a lot of other people were doing, is they're using the name Rebecca Haro. They're Googling, searching all that, right? And then when I came across the mom, Mary, and then a brother, James, and I'm like, hold on. Her name was not Haro all her life because she got married. That's right. Remember, Rebecca's 41 and also older than Jake, so she can have a longer history. So it's like, let me use Rebecca's maiden name. What I still can't pronounce that name, Bushashin. So I was like,
okay, so Rebecca Bushausen. All right, so actually, no, let's do a Google search together. So what I did, I put in Rebecca Bushausen blogger because it was a blogger. If you just put in Rebecca Bushausen, let me just show you, right? So here's Google. It's all about baby Emmanuel. I didn't see anything related to a blogger, right? So it has like This is Rebecca's brother's girlfriend who was murdered. They have information about her brother, etc. Nothing about this blogger. So I'm like, okay, let me put in blogger after blogger. Now, when you put in blogger, baby blog hoaxer explains her lie. ABC News. Blogger apologizes for sick baby hoax. Buchhausen. So Rebecca Buchhausen. But look at the spelling of her name. And this is actually the first article that we're going to take a look at. Look at the spelling of her name. Let me zoom in. Where is it? It was actually in the title of the article, but it's also in here. There it is. Look at the spelling of this woman's name. It's not letting me highlight. I think it's because I zoomed in too much. Right here. Do y'all see that? She has an H on the end of her name. The spelling isn't even the same. Hey, Curious. So right then, this is the first article this creator chose to read about this topic. Disinformation. Because reading this immediately shows that the spelling is different. Exactly, Ocean Tide. And there's even more proof. And I want to know, and I did tag this creator in my description, so hopefully he sees it. I want to know why my comment wasn't approved. Because I sent him a link showing a photo. So if you notice the thumbnail, it may be hard to see on a phone, but I put a picture of Rebecca Haro in the top left and a photo of Rebecca Buchhausen on the bottom right. The photo itself shows that they are not the same person. Okay, so but anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's get back to the live stream.
Let me search Rebecca Buchhausen. Let's see what pops up under that. That was when I came out with Charlie, the nephew that passed away from a fentanyl overdose, who had the long criminal record that we just went down.
Okay, and I have heard nothing about Charlie, the nephew. But I just did the same thing he did. I put in Rebecca Buchhausen. And granted, I didn't go page by page to see what else came up. But the first page was all about baby Emmanuel and Rebecca's brother, James.
That's when I came up with Charlie. And that's when I also came up with this. You guys are really going to trip. So check this out.
Oh, we're going to trip, are we? Okay. We definitely have already tripped.
This article was posted November 17th, 2023. The pregnant mummy blogger whose terminally ill baby was exposed as a lie. Wait. The pregnant mommy blogger whose terminally ill baby was exposed as a lie. Let's see here. I got an update on my chat. They've been charged, guys. So Jeremiah, the judge did charge them. The judge charged them. I know there's a live court thing going on. So which means that they were charged, there is enough circumstantial evidence to charge them if they were charged. And the circumstantial evidence could be the DNA they might have found in the house. We're probably not.
And so again, I actually was really glad that law enforcement did a press conference today. The district attorney also about baby Emmanuel's case. And I noticed that a lot of creators, well, not a lot, some creators became highly defensive when the sheriff talked about social media and armchair detectives and the misinformation that could cause harm to the investigation. But in this case, a lot of it is disinformation because people are going with things that they know aren't true, but it gets clicks and views, and that's exactly what he said. And I wanted to put chat up just because chat tends to, people believe chat without doing research. And so I'm like, let's just keep chat up there too.
Not going to know the DNA or the blood in a house right away, like whose DNA that belongs to, whose blood, if it belonged to Emmanuel or actually belonged to, some people are thinking it belonged to Hector, Jake's brother that passed away in the house. So we're not going to know that.
I don't know. This is wild.
They're probably not going to tell us. They probably want to keep that, in secret for a little bit because they don't want they never want to give an upper hand to the other. So for example, the prosecution sometimes does not want to expose certain things so the defense can be prepared and have a defensive strategy. Yes, so many charges. Thank you, Jeremiah. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm going to look that up. Thanks.
On many charges. See, this is so 2 charges is many now. They were charged with murder and filing a false report. That is 2 charges. So even the chat, so this guy is just believing what his chat is telling him. I mean, maybe it's just me, but I question everything unless there's facts. Hey, True Seeker, thanks for being here. I hope you saw my comment on your short that you posted yesterday.
So, Rebecca, right? When I searched her name, the maiden name, the pregnant mommy blogger whose terminally ill baby was exposed as the lie. Now check this out.
Okay, so let me just go back. Let's go back. Let me just put in Rebecca Buchhausen, okay? And let me just go through a couple of pages because we know the first page is all about baby Emmanuel. So let's just, okay, so here's a Rebecca Buchhausen. Oh, right here. Okay, so the second page. Okay, I stand corrected. The second page comes up with blogger apologizes for sick baby hoax. Oh, did JLR, let me just see. What did JLR post about it? Oh, it just says, if so, whoa. Oh, look at that. This person says in a 2009 news article, she told her reporters she's, quote, no stranger to losing babies, end quote. She's been doing this for over 20 years. Where's this bee at? I'll go get her myself. This lady has been doing weird stuff involving babies and deformity since 2009. Rebecca Buchhausen, Google her. She's sick. Band mom, I'm going to like your comment. Here is a photo of the blogger, Rebecca with an H. Photo. Nothing alike at all. Women's Warrior says, I question everything too, especially when we are covering very serious matters, as the risk and danger this kind of misinformation can have serious consequences. And especially in this case, give me 1 second. I'm gonna have to shut the window. I forgot about the trains. Sorry about that. It was super loud for me. And so I was thinking with that, the danger of the kind of misinformation, this other Rebecca is still alive. Her family is still alive. She has nothing to do with a missing 7-month-old, well, I shouldn't say missing, a murdered 7-month-old baby. And to put this out there and knowing, well, I mean, I know people don't do research. They just believe what they're told. It brings a lot of unwanted contact to other people. And I believe that this creator did this deliberately. Because we see, right? So baby blogger, and so this is the article he's on. We're gonna read that once he gets to it. So let's go back over here and hear what else he's got to say. Wait, who struck you, Froggy? Are you kidding? Unbelievable.
Y'all, why isn't the news talking about this? Why? What are y'all?
Because it's not the same person. That's why the news isn't talking about it. But you sure are. That's why the news isn't talking about it, because it's not the same person.
Scared of in 2009. Now, let's not forget, Rebecca's older than Jake. Rebecca is, I believe, 41 years old. So this would have put her in her 20s. 2009. In 2009, when mommy bloggers are having their moment. Okay.
He did, lunatic. He fully did it intentionally. And I mean, that's my opinion, but it's a really strong opinion. Because if he truly did the research that he claims he did, he wouldn't have done this live. And I mean, it's not even a question. He put it as fact. Rebecca Haro was on the news in 2009 for a fake baby.
Community of online readers flocked to the heartbreaking story of baby April Rose. There was a story of baby April Rose. Now, I don't remember any mummy bloggers because I wasn't a mummy, obviously. So
yes, and Froggy, if you need help with that, feel free to email me, headstonesandheadlines@gmail.com. Women's Warrior says, we live in a world where people take matters into their own hands, especially when harm to children and animals. Yes, exactly.
Back in 2009, that's when I was on the run and I was in Canada, to be honest with you. So I wasn't probably looking and paying attention. April's mother, known only as B, was young, single, and pregnant with a terminally ill baby. It was a baby she chosen to carry to term rather than terminate due to her deep Christian faith. So this woman named B was on a mummy blogger site, because it was big in 2009, right? Claimed to have a terminally ill baby that she wasn't going to abort.
Pookie, I wish you could communicate somehow, because I go to send you stuff, or like, I need to talk about something, and I'm like, I can't send her a message.
Due to her Christian faith. So April Rose, that's the name of the baby. Keep following. April Rose had, I believe it's pronounced trisomy 13 syndrome. If I'm pronouncing that wrong, please let me know, because I don't know. I'm not the best when it comes to reading. So April Rose had trisomy 13 syndrome. B, that was the name she was going by. B said via her blog, which is a chromosome defect that can cause severe intellectual disability and death. Baby April would likely die shortly after her death.
I just noticed, did he get to I don't think he's gotten to the part where they have her name. Oh yeah, he's only on the first part. Okay, so I'm going to just let him read, but I want to see what he does when he reads the name out. Because right then he should notice, oh, the spelling's not even the same. Yes, Froggy. So his channel name is Fugitive TV, and he was on the run for some time. I don't know why. Doesn't really matter. But I was just thinking, with misinformation, I feel like he should understand how crucial being correct and factual is when it comes to criminal cases. Just a thought.
It was breaking news. It was Rebecca's mom that said she's never seen the baby because she's been estranged from Rebecca for years until March of this year. Rebecca's mom. So yeah, it was Rebecca's mom that said, yeah. And I don't know if Jake's mom has any issues herself, because if you go to some news, film, it looks like she's not all the way there. So I'm not sure about Jake's mom, but I do know there was one saying she's never seen the baby. There was one saying she supports her son. I mean, it's your son. You're probably always going to support your kid, right? Now, Rebecca's mom, we went over that earlier. Rebecca's mom is covered.
Poogie, I hadn't either. So yesterday, someone emailed or messaged me and said, hey, have you heard of this guy? And I saw the title. I said, no. I'm like, I'm going to go check him out. So I watched for a little bit. And then I started doing my own research. And I'm like, this guy is full of crap. Within 10 seconds, I knew that he was not telling the truth. And then this morning, I got another email saying, hey, did you see this? I was like, yeah, I'm thinking about doing a live on it. Hey, Angie, thanks for being here. Yeah, curious. Exactly. You could start a hate mob and get someone hurt. And especially, this woman, she apologized. She, fessed up. And now to bring her back into things when she's not even related to baby Emmanuel.
Covering up for everybody. Rebecca's mom was covering up for her son still, James, the one that's in prison 50 years. She's got a Facebook page saying justice. Let's go back for the new people that didn't see this. Justice for James. Bush made it suicide, especially when it comes to kids. Now let's get back into the story of April Rose. Thank you. I appreciate that. Now, April Rose had trisomy 13 syndrome. B said via her blog, right? Now, check this out. B, remember this lady is going on a blog report named B. B named her unborn baby Rose, based on the month she was due. So supposedly this baby was due in April. Her blog posts were poignant and heartfelt, describing her inner turmoil and added trauma caused by her family's lack of support and church, who disowned her when she felt pregnant. She shared the impact of her turbulent relationship with April's father and her determination to maintain her Christianity.
Okay, and I just want to follow along because okay, so he's almost to where I'm going to just fast forward a little bit. Oh wait, well I don't really want to because he talks about it. So he's reading the article, but he talks like in between it. So
despite it all, she shared doctor's appointments, pictures of her ultrasound. So wait, let's get this right. She shared doctor's appointments, pictures of the ultrasound, providing regular updates on baby April's measurements, movements, and heart rate. This woman went this far to show all this. And let's not forget, this is from 2009. We're talking about this woman named B that comes up under Rebecca when you search Rebecca with her maiden name. Hold on. So within months, almost 1 million readers had flocked to the site. They came from all walks of life. Some were parents of sick and dying children, other Christians, others were simply drawn to the real life tragedy. Many of her followers promised to pray for her and her baby, but prayers can only do so much. And her baby, B started asking for more, posting a P.O. box to which her readers could send gifts or money. So that was pretty much like the GoFundMe. I don't think GoFundMe was out 2009. Correct me if I'm wrong.
And so I did see in one of the comments, or maybe it was in chat. I don't know if it was his chat or in comment. I can't remember exactly. But someone brought up that the Haros had started a GoFundMe. I didn't see that, so I don't know if it's true or not. But how are you going to link this blogger who faked a pregnancy to someone who is accused of killing their baby? I don't get it. I don't get it.
Oh, remember, it's 2009. So I think there was a GoFundMe at that time. So she had a P.O. box. Red flag 1, P.O. box. Now, I can understand maybe why. Maybe you don't want to give out your real address, right? You got creeps and stuff. But she had a P.O. box where they can send gifts or money. As baby April's due date approached, things became weird, drawing suspicion from some readers. She chopped and changed due dates, hospital visits before.
Okay, and so I can see right here, right above my cat, right above my mouse, it says Rebecca with an H, Buchhausen. So that's what we're waiting for. When he says the name, does he notice it's not spelt the same?
Announcing she planned to deliver her terminally ill baby at home. All right, wait.
Oh, Mona Lisa. I don't know who Mona Lisa is, but she says, any pictures with this report by any chance? Great question, Mona Lisa.
Let's connect all this here. If you remember earlier, I said on this live, there was no reports of baby Emmanuel being born in a hospital. There's no reports of him going to a doctor. Where was he born? Was he born in the house? Was he born in the shed? Where was this person born? Has Rebecca ever had any kids before Emmanuel? She's 41 years old. Has she ever had any kids before then? Now she.
So he doesn't even know that Rebecca has children other than Emmanuel and his older sister. Articles have said that her 16-year-old son lives with them. So doesn't seem like he's doing very much research. Just saying. Hey, Bella. Hey, Josh, how's it going?
She just wants to have a kid. She never had any kids before then. Before she got with Jake, I should say, because there's a 2-year-old in the house, that got taken away, right? Hold on.
Stand corrected. He knew about the 2-year-old. Well, there was also a 16-year-old that lived there.
Around 2 weeks after the due date, remember, the name is on internet, is B on the blog site, declared she was in labor, providing hourly updates. And the baby's birth and subsequent emergency trip to the hospital. So supposedly, she's like, oh, it's an update. I'm giving birth and I'm going to the hospital. How many of y'all in my chat right now, that's a woman a woman that was pregnant or is pregnant? How many of y'all that was pregnant or is pregnant? And not only that, about to give birth any minute. If you're about to give birth, do you have enough time to go on your computer and go to your blog site and update it and say, oh, I'm about to give birth. I'm going now. Is that what y'all?
I feel like, I have never had children, but I remember when my sister was in labor with my niece, she was in labor a long time. So she would have had time to update things. Oops.
Y'all thinking about? Please let me know if that's what y'all thinking about, because I don't want to put myself in the body of a woman and be like, oh yeah, I might think, but for you.
Yes, he did a whole live stream on it. Almost 12,000 views, because he in his title, and I put the same thing in my title, only I put quotes around it because it wasn't my title, it was his title. So Rebecca Haro was on the news in 2009 for a fake baby. States it as fact.
You people, let me know, all right? Let's see here. If you're a first-time offender here, sometimes a judge will order everything expunged, finish probation. Okay. If they can railroad you into a plea bargain, that part. So, all right, I talked about this in some of my other videos. All right. For any of you guys that's ever been in trouble, spree, it was false information hey, rent's due today. Nothing was in there, but he finally hits me back money that you need. I was like, okay, bet. Hung up the phone, took the TV, went to the.
I was like, why is he talking about this? Okay, so that's the first part. Okay, he goes in to talk about his own life. I'm not concerned with that. So let me go to the next timestamp.
So let's get back to this mommy blogger thing. The mommy blogger thing, right? This is from 2009. Around 2 weeks after the due date, B declared she was in labor, providing hourly updates. So, but it was the photo of baby April that sent the wheels in motion for B's undoing. She sent a photo, I guess, and everybody who was following her on this blog, red flags. So let's think about this. When Rebecca reported Emmanuel missing, and she's on the news, right, with that fake crying, oh, my baby, or the fake crying, that was, think if Rebecca never went on the news and said anything live to us, we probably would not be reporting on this. We would probably not be talking about this.
I have to agree with him on that statement. If Rebecca hadn't reported her son missing, or I'm sorry, not missing, but kidnapped, none of us would be the wiser. So I've got to agree with him on that.
This, It would probably be a news article gone with the wind, because let's be real with ourselves. Kids go missing every 5-10 minutes. So it probably would have been another statistic. But Rebecca had to go on the news, fake cry, put on a show for us. And what happened? We saw the red flags. So 2009, she puts a picture of baby April, 2009. That's on a blog site. Online sleuths eventually identified B as Rebecca Bushin. Look.
And
let's highlight this. Can we highlight it on my Mac?
He highlights it.
Online sleuths eventually identified.
He highlighted it. The name isn't even spelt the same. It's Rebecca with an H. Okay, I'm going to let him keep going.
Identify B as Rebecca Bushi. How do you pronounce her name? Rebecca piece of crap. Rebecca POS, whatever you want to say. The story was picked up by multiple news sites, prompting Bushin to take down her blog and social networking sites.
And I'm curious to see if anyone in chat mentions the fact that the name, I mean, I probably wouldn't necessarily notice that the name was spelled incorrectly, because a lot of times I'm just listening. I'm not really watching a live stream, but I'm wondering if, oh, so here, this person says, April Rose isn't the baby that Jake almost killed, now named Promise Rose. Was Carolina Rose when he beat her? Weird.
Now, Resin Mama, are you sure it's not the same Rebecca? Because when I looked at this, and I thought the same thing, it could be the same Rebecca, right? It's not the same Rebecca. I looked at this, and when I saw another article, the ages matched up. And I believe the age around for this time, I can't remember exactly, but it was like 24.
Okay, let me just back that up a little bit, because Resin Mama, I don't even see Resin Mama in the chat. Oh, he might be on Twitch. Is that what that sound is? He might be dual streaming. That makes sense. That's kind of like that Twitch sound. So it must be on somebody, it must be on a different platform. But somebody says, are you sure it's the same Rebecca? So people are questioning whether or not it's the same person. Oh, geez. Hang on. My StreamYard is all backed up. Smoke, and I made a new account to start a channel just for true crime, but I haven't done anything yet. That's exciting. That's really exciting. Right, Lunatic. And that's the point, is it's not just his chat. You know, people are still saying on their live streams that Jake confessed. Apparently, Brian Enton had a video. I haven't watched it yet, but Brian Enton reported that an informant posed as a prisoner and Jake confessed to him. Law enforcement is saying that anything that doesn't come from us is misinformation. I mean, and that's what, you know, one creator I was watching is like, you know, it's not like we did it on purpose. You know, we took it from a reliable source. Well, clearly they're not that reliable if they're getting stuff wrong. Especially something like a 7-month-old baby was found. That's a pretty significant uh-oh. Or oopsie, my bad.
Not the same Rebecca. Because when I looked at this,
right, it's still a misinformation.
And I thought the same thing. It could be the same Rebecca, right? It's not the same Rebecca. I looked at this.
Right. So in that case, with people reporting that Emmanuel had been found, that would be misinformation because it wasn't deliberate. They truly believed it was true when it wasn't. This in my opinion, is disinformation, because this dude knew it wasn't the same Rebecca, but purposely misled people to think it was. And let's see what his answer is.
And when I saw another article, the ages matched up. And I believe the age around for this time, I can't remember exactly, but it was like 24 to 26. I don't remember exactly. For 2009, which would have been like, yeah, so it'll make her about 41 right now. And when I did a little background search on Rebecca, right? Now, we all know they live in California, but through Facebook, they do have family members in other states. Like, I think it was Missouri.
Oh, wow. Heather Rose says, you have done good research. But Heather says, Jake and Rebecca fell off Crazy Train families. And then this person says they were supposedly adopted, which I know Rebecca was adopted. So there you go. You're saying they fell off the Crazy Train family, but they were adopted.
Illinois and Texas. Now, for example, James, her brother, when Rebecca's brother James, when he offed his girlfriend, he didn't get caught right away. He actually went on a run to Texas. And then I guess later on caught him. And
okay, so that was the only clip I wanted to show there. So the last thing I have, and then we'll see where it goes, because I actually ran out of time. There was just one short other clip that I wanted to.
There's a popular site.
Oh. Okay, I didn't go far. I didn't go. What is happening?
CPS did not. Wait. Thank you, Heather Rose, for saying I have done good research. Thank you. Oh, and I'm going to bring how I just brought this up. It also was on ABC. I'm going to show you this too.
Oh, it was also on ABC. So because it was also on ABC, and actually, let's go back to the search, because the ABC News one is right here. So let's see. So again, this was from 2009. Let's see if they have her name in here. These damn ads. I found it interesting. They didn't even identify this girl. Huh. That is wild to me. Hold on. Let me just find. Yeah, they didn't even name Rebecca Buchhausen in this article. They just referred to her as B or April's mom. They didn't actually name her in this article. So this is the second article that he ends up getting to. Wait, this person says the school just called CPS for SA reported, and CPS did not remove children. It's public record. You can go get the records, but trigger warnings. CPS records aren't public, are they? I don't know what that person's talking. I don't think, unless a family member, I don't think they're not public record.
You go get the CPS records from the pad. Jake removed the toenails as punishment from the children.
What the hell?
The story sounds similar to hers and Jake's. Maybe it's stolen identity, all made up. Rebecca's the one doing it all.
Okay, so he was reading comments. So this KW again says, go get the CPS records from past 24 months, but trigger warnings, it's sickening. I'm not even going to read what she said. CPS did not remove the children. And then this other lady says, the story sounds similar to hers and Jake's. Maybe it's stolen identity, all made up. Rebecca is the one doing it all. Like, what? What? Right, exactly. I didn't think they were, especially because they're minors, they're children. So, and this is the thing, he's reading this off like, oh, really? Oh.
So I'm not saying that for a fact this was Rebecca.
Oh. So now, over an hour into a stream, he says, I'm not saying that for a fact this was Rebecca. Well, sir, your title does. And that is called disinformation, misinformation. Misinformation is actually against TOS, sir.
It is just very odd. Now, wait. Before I read more of these chats, let's quickly go over this real quick for you. You guys. It just popped up just now. I found an article from 2009 of, it was a popular site, the pregnant mommy blogger. It's called Mummy Blogger, right? Where I guess if you were pregnant, you would blog on these sites and mommies would follow other mommies. Okay. This lady named B, 2009, was on there, and she was around the age, I can't remember the age, but 24 to 26, because Rebecca now is 41. So she was around that age, supposedly, on the site, claiming that she was pregnant with a baby named April Rose. April Rose was supposed to be a terminally ill baby. And then the lady on the site, the blogger, who was claiming her name as B, was saying, I will not terminate this baby because I'm strong in my Christian faith, and we don't believe in that, so I'm keeping the baby. She posted a photo online, and then the other bloggers are like, hey, wait 1 minute, red flag. So.
Okay, and I just decided to go back to Googling Rebecca Buchhausen blogger. And she goes by Becca, and she is a social worker. I won't say where she's from, but she is a social worker who does not live in California. I will say that. And they're saying she mostly just wanted to work through the loss of a child a few years ago by composing this fiction and finding readership. So, according to this news article, she did suffer loss. She just didn't suffer loss at the time she was pretending to be pregnant. Green says, however, if the child passes due to abuse, negligence, they can be released to the public during trials, etc. Right. Once death occurs, there's no privacy anymore, but I don't know if it's the same with minors. Right. So how is this lady in the chat saying, because they probably saw it on some TikToker's page, or, I'm just going to Google quick. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. I just thought of something. So she's saying that toenails were removed. That actually did happen in Rebecca Baptiste's case. So I don't know where this KW is getting her information, but it's clearly not true.
Once they identified her as Rebecca Buchhausen, the story was picked up by multiple news sites, prompting Rebecca to take down her blog and social network sites. She told media outlets after that. Here's the part right here. Look at this. Wait. Look at this right here. Look at this connection. She told media.
Oh, so now there's a connection. So he did say, I'm not saying that this is the Rebecca, but there's some connection.
Outlets. She became addicted to the emotional support she received, adding she didn't know how to stop.
I don't see how that's a connection.
Is this Rebecca? Is this the same Rebecca? Because I can't find another Rebecca that just could belong to. I just can't. I looked and I looked. If one of y'all want to look and find, hey, but I have not found another Rebecca.
This is what I heard. So this is when I started watching. So that's what I did. And the article I found, because I clicked on a bunch because I wanted to find a picture. And I will let him talk, and I will find the right here. Fox News. What was that? 10 seconds?
Out there. And this last name is not a common last name. I've never met anybody with this last name. So it's not like it's Jackson and William or Johnson. I'm about to give birth to taquitos. Oh, man. Is it her? Days later, Rebecca republished her blog to share a lengthy apology with her readers, claiming she had lost several babies while pregnant in the past, and began writing in the post. Worse still, I lied to a community of people whose only intention was to support me through his time. That is wrong. For that, I am sorrier than you could know. I have suffered this type of loss more than once. So supposedly she suffered this loss a lot. And while the circumstances at times vary, the pain is very constant, she wrote. She also confirmed her faith was genuine. I am Christian, and while I wrote many a post under this honest context, the God I shared, blah, 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 blah. Many felt...
And I'm curious if he... Because I don't know his name. So Fugitive TV. I wonder if he actually went and read other articles. So let's take a break from his live stream. Let's go to this Fox News, because when he said, go look, you know what I mean? I did. And so this says, blogger admits story of terminally ill baby is a lie. So June 12th, 2009. And oh my gosh, look at that. There's a picture. And I don't know if I have it in this last clip that we have. But he did say, I couldn't find a picture anywhere. Well, that tells me you didn't look hard enough. Because here is a picture of the mommy blogger. That is not Rebecca Haro. Not even close. So it says, a blogger who wrote of deciding to give birth to a terminally ill baby, attracting a following of thousands of supporters online, admits now that the entire story was made up. The woman behind the hoax isn't April's mom, a single expectant mother who lay awake at night terrified her unborn child would die at any time. She is actually Becca. So now they actually have Becca with an H, right? Becca with an H. Bushausen, a 26-year-old social worker from the Chicago suburb of Mokenka, well, they said it, who says she didn't know how to free herself from the web of lies she wove. So in 2009, she was 26. Okay. Soon, I was getting 100,000 hits a week, and it just got out of hand. I didn't know how to stop. One lie led to another. The blog reached its peak at nearly 1 million hits when Bushausen wrote that baby April Rose was born alive at home and then died mere hours later. Anti-abortion supporters were captivated by her story, logging on each night to read about her plight and saying they were praying for her. Some followers even sent gifts and photographs to the post office box she listed online. Parenting websites that oppose abortion promoted her site. But the web of lies began to unravel when a photo of a lifelike doll posted as a supposed picture of baby April Rose raised suspicions. I have that exact doll in my house, doll maker and blog reader Elizabeth Russell of Buffalo, New York, told the newspaper. As soon as I saw that picture, I knew it was a scam. When supporters of April's mom found out her story was fiction, they were outraged and demanded that the blogger be unmasked and held accountable. I know what I did was wrong. I've been getting hate mail. I'm sorry because people were so emotionally involved. There's no evidence that Buchhausen profited financially from the hoax or committed a crime. And I mean, that photo, this is actually the link that I shared in his comments. And I believe he had it where you had to approve comments, because my comment didn't show up at all, unless he's a very quick deleter. And I just want to know why. Why wasn't my comment approved when I shared a link for you to go look for yourself? All right, just a little bit.
They were scammed over this. This is ABC News, June 12, 2009. Baby blog hoaxer explains her life. A blogger who outraged her readers by soliciting funds an allegedly troubled pregnancy that turned out to be fictitious has emerged, erasing her blog, it sounds like, coming up another blog, and then saying she's sorry. If we go back to the article I just pulled up, she was addicted to the attention that she admitted. Is this the same Rebecca? Is this the same Rebecca that was supposed to be fake crying on the news, trying to get attention? Saying somebody tapped her on the shoulder and said, hola, trying to get attention. Is this the same Rebecca? I would like to know, because I couldn't find a picture on, if this is a different Rebecca, I couldn't find a picture.
So that is what I heard. Can you post the links if you're not a mod? No, you cannot. But I did in comments, you can. In the live streams, you cannot. So I posted a comment underneath this live stream. And he says, I couldn't find a picture. Well, here's your picture, sir. Here's your picture. I mean, I can't say whether or not he found a picture or not, but I feel like if he did research as he said he did, he would have seen this picture. It's not the same person. So he wouldn't have had a live stream saying, is this the same person? And he wouldn't have had a title that says Rebecca Haro was on the news in 2009 for a fake baby. Disinformation. Yes, Sunnyside says, I don't think she was trying to get attention. See where that got her. I don't know. I don't know why they would do it, because, you know, like I said, I did agree with him when he said if she hadn't reported him kidnapped, nobody would know the wiser, unless people close to her started questioning, where's the baby? That would make more sense, that she was trying to cover up for what happened because people were starting to ask questions. Yeah, all for clicks, views, and I'm curious because it sounded like he was on Twitch. I don't use Twitch. Let me just see if I can find. Oh yeah, there's a ton of people that have names like this. I'm wondering how many people watch on Twitch, and you know, if he streams anywhere else. Right, Grain, kind of like he wasn't at that football game. Or the funeral that had happened, was a week or so before. Just, I feel like that's what was happening, is that people were starting to ask questions. Milky Way Girl says, I've heard someone say that CPS had been looking into them. Let me see if I can find a source. Sounds good. But the one lady in this live stream had details, which I think are blatant lies, because you can't get CPS reports. So I think that lady was lying. Okay, let me go back over here. Okay. Oops, wrong.
Couldn't. It was like this article came and the lady vanished. Just Rebecca vanished. At that time, she claimed to be a single mother. The baby, a girl named April, because of the month she was due, was to be born with a rare disorder called holoprosymphilia. I can't even pronounce that. I never heard of that one. That would prevent her brain from properly developing.
Okay.
It's just a few months, hundreds of thousands of readers driven to the site's mom, or we all know is now Rebecca. The monikers the anonymous blogger used asked only for her readers and prayers, and they came in droves, not just from readers caught up in, oh my God. And it wasn't a photo, a doll. I want you guys are the co-hosts today. Do your own research on this, because I tried and I could not find if there was a different Rebecca out there.
And in my opinion, this guy is not stupid. In my opinion, he knows exactly what he was doing, because I did a search with you. These articles are saying that a Rebecca with an H at the end of her name, and he even highlighted it. There is another Rebecca out there that is not Rebecca Haro. The ex said they told her he couldn't be out of the vehicle because he wasn't vaccinated, so nobody saw him. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of, I did go to her mom's Facebook page because I wanted to get pictures of when she was younger. But I didn't do like these deep dives that other people are doing.
Than this one. I'm sorry. It's just too many similarities. This Rebecca, we all can agree. The Rebecca we see on the news looks like she was begging for attention. We cannot agree. I mean, everybody can agree on that, right? We can agree. This Rebecca on here, where is that? Because I pulled up so much stuff. Where to go?
I thought my web browser had a lot of tabs open. Holy crow. That's a lot of tabs.
I highlighted it. What was her exact words? She was addicted to the emotional support she received. She was addicted to the emotional report she received, adding she didn't know how to stop. If a person is addicted to anything, drugs, alcohol, sex, it is hard for you to stop. So if she is addicted to this so-called emotional support, and this is the same Rebecca, then we can see why she ain't stopping. We can see why they gave her that interview in the jail a couple days ago. Remember, I don't know if y'all know, they gave her an interview in the jail a couple days ago. And she is saying they need to let her out so she can go find Emmanuel. That she is innocent, that Jake is the best dad ever. Like we don't know what happened to the last daughter. Let's see here. Let's see here. I know, right? It would be if the baby would have. I'm just saying. I'm not saying Emmanuel, doesn't exist. But what if Emmanuel? I mean, let's think about this for a minute. We got AI. We all turn on Facebook, TikTok every day, and we see a video that's AI created, and we're like, "Damn, I thought that was real," or "This got to be AI." Like I said, y'all.
Speaking of AI, I just saw a story about Will Smith. Will Smith is being accused of using AI to show stadiums at his concerts more full than they actually were. Let me see if I can find that article. That would be a nice little break from this. Yep, here it is. Hopefully I can read this. I think I'm going to have to subscribe to read this article. Let's see. Oh, maybe not. So it says Will Smith's self-inflicted PR nightmare won't end after appearing to use AI-generated crowds to promote his rap comeback. Will Smith's bid to relaunch his rap career has been overshadowed by a new controversy. Accusations the actor and musician used artificial intelligence to fabricate cheering crowds in promotional videos. Clips posted to Smith's official YouTube channel this month showed dense audiences chanting his name and waving their hands in unison during performances. But some viewers and social media users quickly suggested the footage appeared digitally generated, pointing to glitches in the repeated uniform motion of fans in the background. The claims have fueled speculation Smith's comeback tour may not be attracting the kind of organic support he'd hoped for. Okay, this guy definitely has a humiliation fetish, one commenter wrote on his YouTube channel. No other explanation for releasing a crowd of AI abominations holding up misspelled signs about how he saved their lives. Okay, I need to go look at this quick.
In heaven you get to enjoy.
All right, let me turn off the volume because I don't want to get a copyright. Okay, so here's the link that it was I don't know. I mean, maybe some. I don't know. I feel like some of it may actually be legit, but maybe from like past concerts or I don't know. I'm not seeing the misspelt signs and stuff that they're saying. I don't know. What do y'all think? Will Smith is too old to be rapping. That's what I think. That's what I was thinking, Lunatic. I think maybe like the background with the, like the lighters or like the cell phones might be AI, but like the people grabbing his arm, that like I feel like that's real. I feel like that's real. True, which I'm pretty sure everyone is doing, so I don't get the... Is it Hillabaloo? It draws people in, clickbait, then the rage keeps them there. It's intentional. Oh, back to this guy. Yeah, I agree. And this is the only live stream he has posted.
I don't know. I could be AI right now. Y'all really don't know. I told you guys earlier, I have a couple businesses, right?
Okay, I'm
to share a lengthy apology with her readers.
I just screwed that up. Okay, so I'm just going to go towards the end. I'm not really here to hear about his life. He talked about Carly Russell. All right, let's just watch the little.
They don't like somebody who's stealing $50 from another person, because we all out here doing bad, Now, if you're out here doing white collar crime and you stole $1 million from a big company, you're okay. But let's say you in there for stealing $100 from a single mom down the street.
Okay, so I think that's all that I really had, because he just keeps talking about other stuff. So the point that I wanted to make here goes back to misinformation and disinformation. The title of his live stream was Rebecca Haro was on the news in 2009 for a fake baby. He claims that he could not find a photo, which we found, that, right? So here's the photo we found within 10 seconds. He claims he couldn't find anything about this, quote, other Rebecca person, which he read about her. And if he had gone to other articles, we learned that she was a social worker in Illinois. And I'm pretty sure and actually there was one article I saw that mentioned her sister. Let me see if I can find that. Because I don't know anything about Rebecca Haro. I know she has her brother James. I don't know if she has other siblings. Didn't really look into it. But let's see. Here's one from CBS News. Her sister's name was Anna. Let me see if I can. Find it. That one I can't read because I have to subscribe. Here it is. Okay, so this is from, let me share this instead. This article is from pantagraph.com, and the article is from the Associated Press. And I need to pay. Damn it. Let me see if I can get it quick so y'all can see it without that stupid thing popping up. Yes, so here. All right, never mind. I thought I'd be able to show it. But her sister's name is Anna. So clearly that would be easy to verify or not. It's my understanding it's just Rebecca and James. So just to kind of close this misinformation, disinformation, and then I am going to show just the clip that I had, the video I had posted of the sheriff talking about the misinformation, disinformation. Misinformation is false or inaccurate information. So getting the facts wrong, right? So people reporting that Emmanuel had been found, misinformation, because they were running with something that someone claimed they received from a reliable source, like their sources said. I've noticed News Nation is doing a lot of that too. Oh, we have sources that tell us. So then everyone else runs with what they say, not knowing whether or not it's true or false. Disinformation is false information which is deliberately intended to mislead, intentionally misstating the facts. And in my opinion, that is what Fugitive TV did with that live stream. He deliberately intended to mislead people to make them believe that this Rebecca Haro is the same as Rebecca Buschhausen, the mommy blogger. And it's clear as day, they are not the same person. They're not the same person. Oh, shoot, that's what I forgot. There was a comment that I wanted to read. It's a very long comment. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but someone used some AI program. Hold on a second. See if I find it. Wow, and some of the comments he has that people oh, here's this woman says her comment got through. Thank you, Michelle. There's two women with the same name. Rebecca, no H, of Cathedral City, California, Rebecca with an H of Illinois. 1 year difference in age. I'm going to like her comment. Okay. Now I need to find it. Oh my gosh. Here it is. Oh yeah, see, it's open because I was here. So I don't know what grok is. Grok. Oh, it's AI. Okay, I just Googled it. Grok is AI. So this is what AI told this woman. This jazz person. Yes, Rebecca with an H. Bushausen and Rebecca Haro appear to be the same person based on the available information. Here's the reasoning, and I'm just going to read the reasoning. I'm not going to go into all the other stuff. Name similarity and context. Rebecca with an H, Bushausen, was known for the 2009 April Rose blog hoax, where she posed as an unmarried mother in Makina, Illinois, fabricating a story about a terminally ill baby. Fast forward to 2025, Rebecca Haro, no H, is identified as the mother in the case of the missing 7-month-old Emmanuel Haro in Yucaipa, California. The similarity in names and the shared family connection to James Bushausen, a convicted murderer, strongly suggest that they are the same individual. Sources confirm Rebecca with no H, his brother, is James Bushausen, who was sentenced to 50 years to life for the murder of Jalen Amanda Keith. This familial link aligns with the background of Rebecca with an H. Bushausen from 2009, whose sister was mentioned in reports, but not named. Well, her name is Anna because there was a report of the Illinois Rebecca's sister. So this person this whole thing. And then in summary, based on the shared family connections, brother James and mother Mary, name similarity and consistent age progression, it is highly likely that Rebecca with an H from the 2009 hoax and Rebecca Haro, no H, from the 2025 Emmanuel Haro case are the same person, with the surname change likely due to marriage to Jake Haro. Completely, hey, Be Real. Complete nonsense. Complete nonsense. And I'm just going to double check to see if... Oh, wait, that girl posted twice? Oh, nope, that's not me. That's somebody else. I was going to say, oh, this person says Rebecca Bushausen is her name. You could be correct, but the story appears to not be her according to a picture. And this is where I commented. I commented on this post right here. And you can see my comment is not here. Wrong Rebecca. Oh, maybe this is it. Nope. Wrong Rebecca. We just looked it up. And this was 20 hours ago. I posted... Yeah, it was about 24 hours ago. And then he says, you have a link. I sent you a link, sir, and you didn't approve it. Yeah, see, 1 day ago. Nope. No headstones and headlines. Nope. Nope. Oh, shoot, I didn't want to stop sharing. I wanted to, lastly, before I go, I wanted to share the clip that I got from the press conference earlier about Emmanuel Haro. The DA spoke. The DA did say that there are going to be no deals offered. He's taking this to trial. Okay, so let's go to videos. Share. Oh, geez, my background went bye-bye. Okay. So it's a quick clip. It's a minute and 44 seconds. And so what I did is I just took the parts where the sheriff spoke specifically on misinformation, because I think it's important what he said. Like, I gave him praise hands in my short, because this is exactly why you should not spread misinformation, or in this case, disinformation, knowing that it's false.
I just want to thank all of you for, especially the normal mainstream media, for your attention to this and for your cooperation in this, as we were assisting San Bernardino in this investigation, trying to originally find a missing baby, but then eventually quickly learning that that investigation was not something that it started as. Not so much for social media and keyboard warriors who, quite honestly, sometimes hamper and prevent us from a good investigation. The problem that we are having in this, basically even on the question that was asked 2 questions ago, is someone posts something on social media and then you all believe that it's true. I actually complimented the mainstream media because you've actually been reaching out to us for comment and actually been printing what we've told you. It hasn't been the sensationalism and the wants for clicks for social media. And
I agree with him. It hasn't been the sensationalism and the wants for clicks. This dude that claimed in his title that Rebecca Haro was the same person as a blogger from 2009 got over, well, almost 12,000 views on that video. And it was purely disinformation.
that is doing nothing but harming this investigation. And when you form your opinion and come in here and ask questions like that, you're not serving the public in any way. The question way earlier, get some rest. There should be no one out there looking for baby Emmanuel except for us, because all you're going to do is complicate things in the future. And misinformation, lies, and purposeful misdirection is
misinformation, lies, and purposeful misdirection. I can't agree with this guy any more than I do.
going to do nothing but harm this investigation. And I am begging all of you with cameras out here, don't be a part of it. If you are not getting information from his office or my office, you are doing our public an unbelievable disservice. We don't care what someone posts on social media. And if you all are going to believe that and then generate questions based on those comments, we're not going to get anywhere in this. If it did not come from our two agencies, stop believing it. That's all I can tell you.
And I completely agree with him. Completely agree with him. So that is all I've got for us today. I do appreciate, oh geez, there goes my background again. I do appreciate everyone for being here. Tomorrow we will talk about updates in the mass shooting that took place in Minneapolis today at the, I can't remember the name of the church. Annunciation. Is it Annunciation Church in school. I just heard something weird. I did hear an interview with a little boy. He said that his friend covered him up when they heard the gunshots, and he said that his friend saved him because his friend ended up getting shot in the back. And this little boy, probably, I'd say he was maybe 9 or 10. And just that, the press conference that they held a few hours ago, it was oh, I do hear a cat. Someone's meowing. I don't know what they're doing. So we'll do that tomorrow. And then there's another case that I want to look at, but I haven't had time to look into it very closely. So that'll probably be on Friday. And both of them will be at 4:30 Eastern time, unless something changes. I'm going to try to stay consistent with that time, because I feel like it's, one, because I go back to work in less than a week. I'm very sad about that. it'll work out best when I'm back to work. So thanks everyone for being here. I do appreciate it. If you haven't hit that thumbs up, please do so on your way out. If you've made it this far on the replay, hashtag replay. And until next time, y'all, I will see you on the flip side.
You have one shot on stage, what you got to play? Generic drops for days, still the people rage. Am I not insane? Can you stop and explain why these drops are so lame? Is money buying you fame? I'm fucking on, I'm killing it with this song. You haters can sing along or go back where you belong. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with giving up, moving on. Cause I took your girl to prom, she can't help but sing this song. Comes on, till the lights go out, till my legs give out. Can't shut my mouth, till the smoke clears out. And my high harass, I'ma rip this shit till my bones collapse. Till the roof comes off, till the lights go out, till my legs give out. Can't shut my mouth, till the smoke clears out. And my high harass, I'ma rip this shit till my bones collapse. So on like a light switch, flirting back. There's nothing wrong with the way that she's working that. I just want that body bad, come on baby, bring it back. I'm so gone, faded off a 30 rack. She's so on like a light switch, flirting back. There's nothing wrong with the way that she's working that. I just want that body bad, come on baby, bring it back. I rap with a passion, yeah, I got it in me. I've been waiting quite a long time for y'all to hear me. It's about damn time you put some stock into me. You're either sponsoring me or fucking bothering me. And the fact is, we just practice on this madness. That is why your status is like a canvas. Chances our advancement is enhancing, and this new expansion's like a mansion. Comes off till the lights go out, till my legs give out. Can't shut my mouth till the smoke clears out. And my high harass, I'ma rip this shit till my bones collapse. Till the roof comes off, till the lights go out, till my legs give out. Can't shut my mouth till the smoke clears out. And my high harass, I'ma rip this shit till my bones collapse.